Here is a story about ego entitled Ego Can Be Your Ally. Ego Ally. A couple of years ago, I went to a store to purchase an item which was on sale. While looking for the item, the attention of the people in the store was attracted by a man whose voice disturbed everyone. He was angry at the cashier about the price displayed on the item. The girl tried to explain to him that this price was related to a specific color and size, which was on sale, but not for all the models. Despite the explanation provided by the girl, he kept arguing by mentioning the false advertisement that the store manager was responsible for, poor customer service, asking for a compensation, and finally, he wanted to speak with her manager. The stressful girl didn't know how to reply. She was alone and a colleague was temporarily out of the store. Everyone disdained his behavior. You could literally see it in our eyes. So I decided that I should talk to this man. I asked him to explain to me the situation. Without no hesitation, he mentioned how he felt misguided by receiving inaccurate information and poor customer service. After carefully listening to his story, I politely said to this man, "Sir, please allow me to pay for it." He replied, "I didn't ask you to pay for me." Then I said, "Sir, this young lady might think you are broke. This is the reason you are arguing." He felt surprised, and the girl started to laugh. He understood the situation and made the intelligent action. Without saying anything, he grabbed his wallet, removed his credit card, paid the full price, and left the store. In this story, this man wasn't confronted to a false advertisement, he was confronted by his ego. According to the Merriam Webster Dictionary, ego is defined as the opinion that you have about yourself. It is a fact that this man wanted to prove that he was right and the store owner was wrong. That's it. He won the argument, they lost. In this case, ego was his enemy. Ego can also be an ally because, according to the same dictionary, ego is defined as a part of the mind that senses and adapts to the real world. Let's get back to our story when I said to this man, "This girl might think you are broke." I attacked the enemy is ego, so he sensed to the real world. He was smart to figure out that the action was inappropriate in front of this girl for a couple of dollars, which was pointless. Furthermore, how can he accept my money to pay for the item? Because if he accepted my proposition, that would be a proof that he was really broke. Finally, most of the men will want to leave an amazing impression in front of a woman, a bit of manhood. This is the reason he paid without saying anything. You and I, we all need ego. It helps us move forward in life, to be competitive and competent. What we need to pay attention to is when we no longer control it. It controls us. If it controls us, we won't be able to sense and adapt to the real world, and in this case, we will live in the illusion that we are always right and others are always wrong. So, how can we use our ego as an associate or a partner? I cannot express myself as an expert. I will express myself as a brother and an ally. Every time I'd like to do something, I try to determine what will be the impacts of my words and actions. That does not mean that I will be successful each time. As a human being, I tend to make errors, but at least I tried to measure prior to acting. Based on my personal experience, I noticed that some arguments are futile and supporting them affect future relationships which can be productive. This is the reason most of the time I look for a consensus to preserve these relations. Allow me to share with you some ways I tried to use my ego. First, put yourself in competition with yourself. The best opinion one can have about oneself can be only provided by one's actions and efforts. You are your own reflections. Second, keep learning in order to sense and adapt to the real world. This learning process always reminds us that we have a lot to know, to sense, and to adapt, as we are all interdependent in our earth. We both can be right and wrong based on our perspectives of a specific situation. We just need to understand each other's perspectives. So, the next time you want to get involved in an argument, please ask yourself these questions. Is this necessary? Will my relation with this person or this group improve after our discussion? If you are certain that the response is yes, you can proceed. If you have any doubt, please refrain from acting. Let us recapitulate. As human beings, we do not like to ridicule ourselves and we do not like to be criticized either. So, in this case, please avoid any situations when you and I can put others in bad postures. Our ego can be our enemy or our ally, and like any tool, it can be useful or harmful depending on the way we tend to use it. I trust your judgment. You will be able to determine situations in which you should move forward or step back with your words or actions. Please rely on your common sense. In some situations, if you are the only one winning, you should know it is ego enemy which is backing you up. If both or several parties are gaining, it is ego ally which is supporting you in a consensus that you have created. During this week, keep analyzing your interactions regularly while acting accordingly. I also hope that this piece of information will assist you in your future communication to improve yourself and bond with others. Please subscribe to this channel, leave your comments and your likes, and see you next time for other stories and other beautiful videos.